Hello. Thank you for watching Bougie Bayou Witches podcast.
My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses. Where everybody bougie, latest trends and fashions. I'd rather keep it a buck, 100 if you ask me. I was trying to pay the bills just like last week.
Hello, I'm Tony. Of course, I'm the host of the Bougie Bayou Witches podcast. And today I have two guests with me, and it's Nisha.
Q the Alchemist.
All right, so today is episode 19. We'll be talking about why do people spiritually bully others by harming them versus the ones that don't. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started by saying, spiritually is often associated with values like compassion, empathy, and kindness. However, when individuals who identify as spiritual engage in bullying or harming others, it can be due to several complex reasons, It could be misinterpretation beliefs, power and control, psychological issues. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Just because you're spiritual don't mean you ain't got no psychological issues. There's a lot of them to do. Okay, group dynamics, hypocrisy, and human fidelity. Also, it could be other things, but that's just some of the things that it could be from the reason why some people choose to, spiritually bully other people and harm them versus people who don't. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with, can you describe a situation where you observed or experienced bullying within a spiritual context?
I think a person was trying to manipulate what I needed to do, like a reversed destiny. Could have... It's hard to say, but basically what it was just trying to just make things happen, but not when it was supposed to, when it should happen. Okay. And putting me in a relationship that I didn't need to stay in. Okay. So it was like binding.
So they was like forcing you to be with someone that they felt like you should be with, but you felt like
right.
you should.
It shouldn't be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Quince?
It's just when you have an empathy for people. Or empathy for certain things, and other people don't have the same mindset or look at it as the same aspect as you. Well, why you treat that person that way, or why you, why you feel that way towards a person? My thing is I don't hate nobody. I don't have a compassion or the heart to hurt anyone. I always look at the brighter side when it comes to people. So I'm more like a humanitarian, but also understands when it comes to certain people that you have to distance yourself from because of the things that they do too. So it's kind of like a toss up or a balance with that. But I had some people who was just like, why you would just give him a chance? I look at him because one thing, you never know what that person is going through. Some people don't know how to separate certain things from jobs or certain things from personal things at home, and they bring it to work. And it was a situation I had to go and talk to a guy on a certain level, get him to understand something. Because at first I wanted to, man, just because a person's spiritual, man, get that to understand. Just because a person's spiritual, don't think I'm gonna put my hands on you.
What do you say? Don't pause on you.
Yeah, and people think that just because you're a spiritual person that you will do that, but I had to really pull back and understand like this young man is going through something. So I had to go and talk to him on a manly level to get him to understand like, hey, bro, look, I understand you're going through something, but if you want to talk on that level, I'm here.
And then put the pause on them?
I had to straight spare him all the way.
I had to spare him. you did the correct thing, sir. Violence don't solve nothing. I don't understand why people feel like if they fight somebody, it's going to solve something. It ain't going to solve nothing. Because let me tell you something. These days, if you beat somebody but they get ready to get a gun and come shoot you. Because they're just sore losers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Guns, for some reason, I noticed a lot of people are using them. But with that being said, I feel like the situation that I could talk about that I basically saw in the spiritual community with bullying is I've had instances where when I was heavier on social media, I would see people being spiritually bullied. I would, be on YouTube and I would see people just talking about each other. They would go make a whole video and just bash and talk about folks. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, they doing this? I ain't gonna lie. I really didn't know that they was out here really like doing stuff like this. So I was just like, wow. Like, I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I deterred and got away from the people that are spiritual that I felt like was real negative and they were constantly in drama and mess. I didn't want to be watching and, watching their videos and listening to them if I see that you're constantly in drama and mess and stuff. And I understand, people are bothering us and stuff, but my thing is bullying. the ones that's out here bullying people that's actually doing work and trying to get their whole cult or all the people that's up under their little team and stuff to do work again. I don't like that. I'm totally against bullying. And my thing is this: if you can't sit here and sit down with that person that you having problems with or issues and talk to them versus you sitting here trying to bully them. Now, I can understand if someone did something wrong to you, but why sit here and bully a person? People have taken their lives from being bullied. So, I'm totally against being, bullied or having people bully or people just bullying other folks. I think that's just plain Jane. If you want me to be on, you're just like, what did they say?
It's weak.
You're a P.
Peon. You're a peon.
Like, why do that? That don't make you look like some big, bad, tough person when you sitting here bullying somebody. That really makes you look like a small, weak person. Because you're bullying someone versus just moving on with your life and letting them be. You ain't got to sit here and do work and spiritually attack people if you don't like them. Move on. Keep it coming. If you want to do some work, do a banish spell. Banish yourself from being around them and banish them from being around you and keep it moving. You ain't got to sit here and want to put them in no X jar and want to sit around here and cause them to have craziness going on and hex their family and stuff. And I understand some people going to be a little upset at me for what I'm saying, but I'm just keeping it 100. Why sit here and torment and destroy these people's lives and mess them up just because you're upset and you're mad at something they did to you or something they said about you and stuff like that, My thing is, if they are tormenting and destroying your reputation and stuff, you might need to kind of like get with them and talk to them or something. And if you do try to pull them to the side and talk to them and they're not listening, okay, well, whatever you choose to do, that's all on you. But don't just automatically just, start trying to bully and attack them and stuff. And then it's sometimes some people out here bullying and attacking people and they don't even know what in the world happened or what's going on. And, it could have been something that they could have said, like if they had a YouTube channel or something like that, and they could have mentioned something and that person got pissed off and mad, and now they just sitting here talking bad about them and ready to attack them. And it's like, why? And they don't even know what's going on. They lost.
And even on a mental aspect, there's been somebody that been through something and don't know how to channel their emotions and figure that, picking on somebody else will make them feel better because they got picked on.
But my thing is this: if we're supposed to be spiritual and we're supposed to be setting and showing an example to other people that's, trying to waken up and come up, then you got to learn how to start acting like an adult. And somebody's got to start learning how to put their pride to the side and quit letting people get to you. You know what I'm saying? Only if you knew the amount of people that I have met that done pissed me off. Imagine that every time someone pissed me off and make me mad, okay, I'm gonna go put a hex on them. Oh, you know what? Let me go just pay somebody. So like seriously,
but see, since you talk about,
I don't have time for that.
Since you talk about pride, it be mainly the ego. The ego, man. The ego people just like to live in that side of the ego and and really just go there. I never understood
but it's sad. I'm gonna tell you, when I saw a lot of behind the scenes and things going on and stuff, all I had to say is, man, I'm keeping it myself. I ain't joining no group. I don't want to be a Nisha. I don't want nothing. I'm just gonna chill and relax and enjoy and do what I do best and communicate with my spirit team and my ancestors and educate and help out people that need the help. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm not knocking anybody if they want to join any groups. Do your thing. Right. Nobody's knocking. But I'm just saying, I decided that I'm not doing it because I've never been a follower. I've always been a leader. Anybody who know me know, Tony was a leader. I'm not a follower. I don't do all that following and jumping on the bandwagons and doing what everybody else do. And I'm not saying for the people that do it, something's wrong. That's you. But that's just not my style. It's not me. I'm an introvert anyway. I don't do all that being around a bunch of people anyway. If I do got to be around you, it's cool, but you ain't going to catch me hanging out with a whole bunch of folks and stuff. Now, I might throw some, get-togethers and some parties and things like that. That's a different story, but you ain't finna see me doing no parties.
One of thousands in the crowd.
All the time. Yeah. No, that's not me.
I'm like, that time I got
But something. Yes, okay. So, our next question is, what do you think are the main reasons why some spiritual individuals might engage in harmful behaviors toward others? What do you feel like is the main reason why some spiritual individuals might engage in harmful behaviors toward others?
Basically, some people might be jealous of the other person's gift or whatever the other person has going on and wonder why certain things are working for you, why things are not working for me, or you're more powerful than me, or I'm not as in mind. But the understanding of it, you can be the same or you can have the same thing or even tap into and go within and do the same thing. It's just about you as a person and the energy that you're putting into the negativity. You can reverse it and put it into the positive side of it and you would get the same aspect. But people don't look at it like that because people's minds so small. They just want to straight gravitate towards the jealousy of what the things that they cannot have and what they don't have.
And it's sad, because my thing is this: if you're spiritual, then you should be able to manifest and get whatever it is you want. You might not get it when you want it, but you can eventually get it when the time it's needed. So it's quit sitting here and being jealous of the next person or mad because this person might only been out for a couple of years in the public's eye, but might been doing it for years behind closed doors, and you've been out in the public eye over a decade or so and feel like, oh no, they don't need that attention, I need it. Move out the way. It's enough room out here for anybody if they want to step out and do anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't always sit here and shut people down. I respect, my elders and the people that's been in the spirituality, paths and journey for a while. I have no, I'm not disrespecting or knocking anyone, but my thing is, you should be amazed and happy to see more and more people wanting to come aboard in the spiritual journey. Like, I don't understand why people, not all, but some folks get mad and get pissed off because other people. I understand, it does seem like it's a tradition and a fad, and some people just doing it just because. But it's actually some people that's actually doing it because they're passionate and they love it. It's not everybody just doing it because it's a fad and it's a trend, and you see it all on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Like, some people really are, they're really wanting to build a relationship with their ancestors and their spirit team and want to be able to help other people out spirituality. So it's not like everybody, out here are just doing it just because.
Right.
So it's like people have that small mindset and they don't comprehend, and it's like, it's sad. Yeah. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy I just can sit back and observe and watch, because I'm not going to be that type of person sitting here beating down and putting this and that person down. It's like, why? Just get together and help them out. Get with them. Talk to them. Pull them to the side. But what about you, Nisha?
All the above. And then I ghost you. But no.
Just ghost you or just walk out your life and be done,
away. Like, I'll see y'all later. But no, to piggyback up what everybody said, is you true. You do need to just let them go. There's no sense of going back and forth. And if they feel like they had that much jealousy, then when they actually know or find out what you actually went through to get to this point, in their mind, or actually probably in real life, they probably couldn't even go through those changes, those obstacles, because they're not as strong as you are. But they deep down, they want to be just like you. They want to know how are you able to go through this, or don't even really know the life story, or just know the basics.
A lot of times they don't even really know you. They look at you and they sit there and judge you. Yeah, I understand people can be intuitive and they can tap into your energy and look at your picture and just sit here and tell you, whomever they know. But you never know if that person team got you blocked off. They can only allow you to know something whatever it is they want you to know. Right. That don't mean just because you sit here and you reading a person, you telling them the truth of what's really going to happen in their life. Because I don't have somebody read me and majority of the time it wasn't even right what they said. It's like they went on a whole nother path, a whole nother direction. So just because a person taps into your energy and reads you and stuff like that don't mean that, that's how things gonna end up for you. You can take a whole universe might be like, all right, we're gonna send you on this route now. Right. We're gonna turn a whole 360. So what people gotta understand is, just because you might see money in that person's life, or just because you might see some wonderful things going on, don't mean it's always gonna be like that. It could take a whole 360 U-turn. You never know.
You gotta go through something to get through something.
Yes. All right. So, what role do spiritual leaders play in either perpetrating or preventing bullying behavior?
Well, giving good advice to understand that when it comes to spirituality, we all have a spot. We all have a place to where we can all coincide together and to really talk to each other. It's not you know more than me, I know more than you. It's just using that the balance to come together to where we can really work on things together and to be a teacher to teach people that's not might be on that level but want to get there, but being open to teach, being open to to lead in that right way of when it comes to spirituality. So being a leader, not so much as just because I know more than you, you're belittled than me. No, it's no
you don't belittle people, and I see that. I see that from time to time, them belittling folks and stuff. And I'm just like, man, like, that's not cool. And I understand it's a respect level and stuff. Like, I get it. But don't belittle. Why don't you just, like I said, pull them to the side, talk to them, inbox them, message, DM them, or whatever y'all doing these days. But don't just get on there and just talk negative. Like, we want to be better. We want to set examples. We don't want to sit here and can deal with all this drama and mess. It just makes you look immature. We want to be mature. We want to set an example and be the big person and not sit here and be doing all this petty going back and forth stuff we did back when we was high school. Like, we adults. What kind of example are we setting, you know? If you're supposed to be spiritual leaders, you got to learn how to set an example and quit bullying people and quit belittling people and making them feel like, why is you in this? You know, stop it. Stop with it. I don't understand. It's sad. Leave that for them other religions and stuff to do. We're spiritual. Let's get it together. Okay. Can spiritual teachings themselves ever be a source of justification for harmful behavior? Can spiritual teachings themselves ever be a source of justification for harmful behavior?
Well, if that leader's not teaching right, if that leader's not leading the person in the right way, getting them to like I was saying, like, you know, instead of belittling, you know, helping, if he's teaching them, hey, well, you got to step on this person to get here, whatever, that type of thing, like getting their mindset to understand that, looking at the negative side of it and not using it on the positive perspective, you know, and that way is that if you're not leading that person in the right direction, you're not going to get no good results for yourself or that person, because at the end of the day, it all comes back around. Whatever you're doing something wrong, you don't know who's fighting for that person on the spiritual side.
That part.
You don't know what ancestors they got on that side, and so you want to go there and try to buck up against that person. They go against that person.
Thank you. And you don't know who that person team is.
So you wonder why
you're like, oh no, I done sacrificed this person.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
No, you don't never know. But that person can sit here and be so quiet and just nice and sweet, and you never know what they got fighting for them. So it's like, why? Come on, stop with the bullying. Stop it, because you don't know who you up against. It might be them in the whole army. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but go ahead, Quince. I'm sorry about that.
But no, you know, you just gotta. I get it though, man, because you know, you gotta be mindful. When it comes to spirituality, you have to also be mindful. You gotta also think. You gotta understand. You know, it's not just a lifestyle. It's a responsibility. It's a understanding. It's an open mindedness. It's a leadership part. It's all the above. It comes with a lot.
And there's so many different paths people can take. People feel like, oh, no, you got to take this path or you got to go this direction in order to be spiritual. No. No, it's just like all these other religions that's out here. People can choose whatever religion they want to. If they don't even want to be amongst the religion, but they just want to believe in God and this and that and Jesus and stuff, they can do that. You can't force and make somebody become this and have a title. Nobody has to have a title or wear a title. If you want to just get in the spiritual journey and just be spiritual, you can. You do not have to be amongst a group or an organization or a religion.
But
no.
See, people get it so mixed up. Spirituality is doing the work. That's what it's all about, doing the work. Yeah. Doing the work and becoming greater, becoming, you know, that person to help out the next person to reach their goals of becoming a better person.
And pass this on to your, generation, your grandchildren and great-grands and all of that. It's all about breaking generational curses. We're not going to sit here and be going tick for tat and, you know, stuff like that. Like, no.
That'll wear
and
you
nobody
out.
has to join or be a part of anything if they don't want to. You don't know how many people don't sit here and tell me, oh, you need to get initiated. Oh, your ancestors said you need to get initiated. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
And I was trying to start not to go here, but I have to go here. But when it comes to the church, I don't understand why people come back the Sunday, the next Sunday they messed up more than the other Sunday. But when you're a spiritual person, they really go on the inside and do the work, and they go within and they change and they love people differently on a different level. But when it comes to the church, they so people hypocritical, want to chop a person down, want to tear them down, but I never understood that part, you know. I never understood that, but
those are demons that's going back into the temple to go pray, to go do demon time again.
Let me tell you something. When I was in, religion, even though I never, went forward with getting baptized or anything in that, because again, my heart wasn't there. I didn't really care for religion. It's just me, my personal preference. I didn't understand the stuff that I used to sit here and watch and see either. I mean, it was sickening. I've seen so much stuff. I ain't open my mouth and say nothing, but I was just like, they person supposed to be baptized. They ain't supposed to do this and that, but they over here doing this and that. And I'm just like, all these hypocrites. But at the end of the day, that's their business. What they do is their business. But my thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and get baptized and say, oh, I'm going to do this and that, when I know deep down inside I ain't got that out of my body. I ain't got that out of my system. I know I want to still celebrate my birthday. I know I still want to do this. I know I'm
going to the club next Thursday.
Right. With wristbands. Look at you. But I'm just saying, like back when I was into that lifestyle and stuff. So it's like, why would I sit here and go commit myself to this, knowing deep down inside, I don't have that out of my system. I know I will still want to go do this and I want to go do that. And the next thing you know, you're disfellowship, or, you can't be a part of the, organization or the, religion or whatever anymore because you done sit here and made yourself look bad and, you get punished, So that's just stuff I never understood it, but you know what? We'll never really understand it because there's 1,000,001 reasons and opinions on why people do things that they do. So,
and how much fasting can you do in 30 days of sinning? Like,
how can individuals and communities work to align their spiritual practices more closely with their values of compassion and non-harm? I'm gonna say it again because I know it was loud. How can individuals and communities work to align their spiritual practices more closely with their values of compassion and non-harm?
Well, loving on one another for one. Loving who your neighbor is, loving who your person is, loving on that person to get them to understand love is key to all. And getting them to understand the whole purpose of it is really all about love. But people take it and make it about a hate thing because I got this going on and I'm
that
spiritual.
Slave mentality back in the game. Our ancestors
this way
dealt
and that
with.
way.
Still going on.
I'm like this here. I don't look at nobody, but I do what works for you. I know what works for me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to downplay it, but when it comes to the book side of it or the knowledge side of it, I'm going to let you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it, they go, people try to come at you with certain things to try to chop you down or to, to ridicule you, but you really don't know the whole understanding of it. You just know the one side of it. You just scratching the surface. But, when it comes to the community, love, man. Love. Just, showing that spirituality I just can't really just really say, but spiritual people, we love different. That's all I can just say.
I guess, because I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't do all that fighting and stuff and never have been. That just wasn't the type of individual I was. And I think that's probably why I'm blessed and I get things totally differently versus people who, they just have all this anger in their heart and all they want to do is fight. Like, stop with it. Start learning to love and be more appreciative and show gratitude and start coming together and working together. It's like all that going back and forth, it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not gonna it's called karma. In time, you're gonna get your karma. And don't think that, you protected and you ain't never gonna have nothing bad happen to you. Because I see it happen a lot of folks. Some of them don't even live to be in their 80s and 90s. They be dead in their 50s and 60s, So you gotta be careful with how you treat and do people. Because, yes, it will come back around. It might skip you. It might hit your children. It might hit your grandkids. It might hit your family members. It might hit your auntie, uncle. Because you got to be careful. Because when you over here playing with fire, you will get burned. Point blank, period.
Especially when they think they got away with it.
Right. Don't know who's on your team.
Real talk.
It hit different.
It's different. It feels mighty good when you on the other side watching it, though.
But all those smiles and laughs turn into frowns later. I always do.
Yeah.
I always do.
Telling you, we got to be careful. Seriously. So what are some effective strategies for addressing and preventing bullying within the spiritual communities?
Well, when it comes to that part, understand where you reside at. Because, it goes back to one person, just because you're at a higher rank or you know more than me, pull me up. It's like that. If I want to, grow with me. If you want to go with me, grow with me. So it's basically if that person wants to learn, show them.
Right. Don't sit here and make no TikTok video embarrassing that person when you could have just went into their DM. Right. Now, if you did go into their DM and try to talk to them and they going off on you and stuff like that, okay, I can see why you might do that. But still, it's like be a bigger person and quit acting and stupid. It's like you feel like you going up to this level, but you're really stooping down to that level because you're showing the immaturity side of you. Instead of you sitting here trying to help that person, you're sitting here trying to embarrass them and belittle that person. And it's like, why? Right. You think that's making yourself look good because you got all those negative people going there and liking it? No, they probably miserable too, so of course they gonna like it like that. They need a boost. They miserable and they need a boost, right? They need a boost of that negativity to drive them on up. Like, come on, we gotta stop with that. Because that's why I don't even be caring to be on what they call it, spiritual TikTok and all of that. I be looking at that stuff and just seeing how people be bashing all these other people.
That's what they do.
And I be like, Dang,
I'm nosy.
what's wrong with people?
I'll be on TikTok. I'm nosy.
And the thing about it,
I just be like,
when
it's
it comes
sad.
to-
I'm gonna get on there for like sometimes a few minutes because I'm trying to check something out, and I just be like, really? Oh, I don't know.
Well, because when it comes to spirituality, all soul tribes supposed to be coming together, not stepping on one another.
Thank you.
You would think.
It's supposed to be coming together.
Thank you.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But one thing I always taught myself is if you don't want to be amongst or around certain individuals, you separate.
That's right.
And that's why I be to myself. I don't go join no groups, no nothing. I'm not interested. And, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to do my spiritual thing and I'm going to talk to my team and we're going to keep it moving, baby.
Yeah.
That's all I can do. I got too
Most
many
definitely.
other things to be worried about.
Yeah.
Be worried about negativity and worried
Right.
about this and that person. Like, you ain't paying my bills, you ain't on my payroll.
Right.
Then
That's true.
you're irrelevant to me, Like, you don't even be on my mind. I don't be thinking about you.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Rent free. Yes.
Celebrity status, huh?
It's out there.
I feel like what are some effective strategies for addressing and preventing bullying within the spiritual communities? I feel like the spiritual communities, they can come together and they can start discussing and talking about this. We got all of this social media platforms. Once y'all get together and start talking about things like this, I feel like this is something that we should do. We can even do it in the communities. Like. In the DFW area, some of us spiritual people need to get together and, talk about it. Like, address certain issues and things instead of, going to social media and trying to embarrass someone or sitting here and attacking them and bullying them with doing, hexes and curses and spells and jinxes and stuff. Like, stop with it.
That's some
You're
superpowers.
You're supposed to be setting an example and teaching people, not sitting here harming and hurting people. You know what I'm saying? And so let's get together and let's talk about things instead of always trying to go fight and battle it out or pull out a gun and, pull out emerging and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So how can victims of bullying within the spiritual communities find support and healing? Because I know a lot of people that's been bullied. I don't hear people come to me and tell me their stories, and it's so sad. My heart go out to y'all, but all I'm gonna say is just be careful. Like I say, if something seems too good to be true, don't join it. If something seems too good to be true, don't go. Because just because it seems like, it's gonna be so good for me, it might not be good. That grass on the other side might not be that good. Just because that grass look green, don't mean it's good for you. So you might want to just chill and just do some research and talk to some other people that might have been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you got to learn how to protect yourself, because if not, you'll be like some of these folks I knew that was spiritually bullied in these communities and different groups and organizations and religions, and it's sad. It's so sad, the stuff that they went through. My heart go out to you, and to anyone I don't know, just, find you someone, that's spiritual, that's very positive to talk to and communicate with, because you can't discuss what happened to you with everybody, because again, it's a lot of messy people out here, and it's a lot of folks that's praying on you and praying for your downfall and happy and laughing at what's going on. So you just really got to be careful, who you trust in the spiritual community.
You have to be mindful. You really have to be mindful, because they got some people that'll lead you down the wrong path, man, have you all messed up. You'll be wondering why certain things ain't going. You got so much chaos going on. You be like, man, what's going on?
I hope I say the word right. This is Babalua that I used to communicate with. He told me it's so many people. You got to be careful, because you can go into a religion, getting initiated and stuff like that, and you can go in there fine, but come out messed up. He said he sees so many people it happened to. He said you just got to be so mindful and so careful. And again, I'm not talking bad and downplaying anyone. I'm just educating people, so therefore they will be aware and know what they're getting themselves into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to him, because he was the truth. But in your opinion, how can spiritual teachings be more effectively communicated to prevent their misuse?
Well, let them know what comes with it. Let them know warn them what comes with it, that you can't just jump into anything that you don't know about.
Yeah, true.
So give them instructions to what to start off with first. So give them that type of beginner thing, just like the little dropper. Give them little drops at a time to get them to understand, to coach them to get to a bigger side of the understanding of when it comes to spirituality. You just can't jump in, because you don't know what you're going to jump into. Just like, you jump in feet first, you're going to be like, well, hold up. You didn't tell me about this. Well, man, I told you take baby steps.
Yes.
So you got to You gotta take baby steps to this, so it's baby steps to it. But I'm gonna tell you like this here, going through the baby steps and coming to this part is just like it's the best thing ever.
Right.
It's the best thing ever, and I love where I'm at with it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But
I love the route I went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm happy that I didn't choose to go that direction and that direction because it's so many. Like I say, it's so many paths when you're dealing with spirituality. It's so much. So I mean, I like the path that I chose, and I like what I'm doing and what I got going on. So yeah. All right. What about you, Nisha?
Listening is a big thing, especially for me. Listening, I'm hard-headed. But, just getting to know yourself and, meditate on what your situation that you're about to get into. I tell me, don't speak about it. Even if you have to be asleep, just think about, okay, where are my options? Ask for advice or guidance. Like, what should be my next step that I do on this journey? And never second guess yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, never second guess yourself. Go for it. Because you can only make a mistake. And if you make a mistake, just do it again till you get it right. Well, not that mistake, but just do better.
Okay. What are the long-term impacts of bullying in spiritual contexts on individuals and communities? What do you feel? What are the long-term impacts of bullying in spiritual contexts or individuals and communities?
Well, it'll mess a person up mentally to where they won't want to deal with nobody, to where when it comes to spirituality,
like
they go shy away from everything.
Yeah,
they're
so
going to be
true.
around nobody. They ain't going to trust nobody. The
Right.
trust is going to be so messed up to where like, hey, I gave this person my trust, so now I have to totally back up from from everybody. So like it's like this person is going to stay in this hermit mode in this shell and don't want to come out because you forced them into that and you didn't guide them the right way, you didn't lead them the right way because you came out straight bashing them, tearing them down, and not giving them a chance to say, hey, look, these are the steps to take.
Right.
Drop it at a time.
Gotta guide them.
Yeah, so it's just, you got to go hand in hand with that thing, man.
And even if they not with you, if you see something that you're not liking, just reach out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People so quick to, if somebody say something, this is not right. Okay, go let them know. You ain't got to sit here and acknowledge it. Who say we want to watch it? We
put me on front, like pull me to the side, like, hey,
I
man,
like all that.
or give me a little homework that I have to attend to get better on it.
Right.
Or some things that I can work with to get better. Don't bash me. Don't tap me down, man.
Just like when we go to New Orleans, because I know you're from there. But just like when I go to New Orleans and we go on those little spiritual tours and stuff like that, I don't sit here and say, no, what you saying? No, I just put this out. But, it goes like, that's all you got to do. You don't got to sit here and go yelling and telling. So I can't stand that. It's like you say people ego and they pride and, I don't know, ignorance and all of that above to go with. It's like, we got to change.
You got to kill the ego and bury the pride, man.
They don't know how to do that, though. All right. Is there anything that y'all would like to share with our viewers or our listeners before we
Just when it comes to spirituality, be mindful. Have an open mind and have a mind to understand that it's greater things that you can get into just with having an open mind to all, Be optimistic. Don't just be one-sided about anything that goes on here, Just have understanding.
Okay, and me, again, when I had brought up with dealing with, being spiritually bullied and harmed and stuff like that, I was talking about the misinterpretation of beliefs. Sometimes individuals might misinterpret or selectively interpret spiritual teachings to justify harmful behavior. They may believe that they are acting out righteous or divine mandate. Also, with the power and control, there's some people who try to bully people by that power and control. Like any group, spiritual communities can have dynamics where individuals seek power and control. Bullying can be a way for someone to assert dominance and maintenance authority. And they might feel like, oh, it's cool. It make them look badass or whatever. But in reality, it really make you look like a wiener. Okay. So psychological issues. Individuals might have underlying psychological issues, which a lot of people that no disrespect. That's why I kind of wish I would have been a psychiatrist and went ahead and majored in that in school, because I promise you it's so many people that I do see with psychological issues that manifest as harmful behavior irrespective of their spiritual beliefs. They may use spirituality as a cover or means to rationalize their actions. And I mean, it's sad that people do that. Like, they get in it for the sometimes wrong reasons and stuff like that. But it's true. And these folks be having psychological, they be thinking they need to be in spirituality, they need to be in the psychic ward. But With the group dynamics within spiritual communities, groupthink or cult-like dynamics can sometimes lead to harmful behaviors. The desires to conform to group norms or the influence of charismatic leader can drive individuals to act in ways that harm others. Okay. Oh. All right. And with the hypocrisy and the human stability, people are often inconsistent in their beliefs and actions. A person may genuinely strive for spiritual ideals, but fail to live up to them, resulting in harmful behaviors towards others, as what we've been discussing and talking about bullying them. So with that all being said, I hope we were able to inspire and shed some light on some people and have it to where maybe some of the communities, the spiritual communities, can come together and start sitting down, maybe like doing like some shows, you can sit down and talk and, have like a little community rally or something. Right. And you never know. It might be so many other people that's being spiritually bullied or got things going on where they can come out and talk about it. And, the different spiritual communities can talk about different ways so where we can help better this and stop all of this. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully this doesn't, offend or rub anybody the wrong way. But I just was speaking my opinion. Again, this is all our opinions and we are entitled to our opinions. So with that all being said, Nisha, do you have anything you want to share with the community, the listeners and the viewers?
Just be yourself. Know what you want to do, and then if you just don't know something, always ask. Don't just jump into anything you don't want to get yourself harmed or anyone else harmed. That's it.
All right. Well, with this, on this note, stop bullying, okay? I said it. STOP. Stop bullying. Spiritually, stop bullying. And I said it. And with that all being said, drop your feedback down below. If anybody got anything they would like to share with us on this, any other pointers, please drop it below. And like always, like, share, and subscribe. And until the next episode, bye.
My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses, where everybody bougie, latest trends and fashions. I'd rather keep it a buck, 100 if you ask me. I was trying to pay the bills just like last week. I was trying to sell a deal just like last week. Trying to run plays and run it up like